What's good, family? It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. I want to hit y'all up with my pick selections for Week 8. These are my Week 8 picks. Now, we're going to start off. We're going to start off with Carolina and Atlanta in ATL. Atlanta's giving 3, and I like Atlanta. I mean, they got that young boy Kyle Pitts, who's already becoming one of the biggest matchup nightmares in the NFL. One of the biggest problems that DCs are like, how are we going to cover this guy? DCs are putting corners on him. Number one corners can't cover him. Wow, he's 6'6" and he's fast as fuck. He's too big, he's too strong. He runs routes very well. You know, and Atlanta, Arthur Smith is having a real good effect on that football team. He has a veteran quarterback who's limiting his mistakes. And right now, Carolina, injuries on offense, the offensive line isn't good. And Carolina was my sneaky pick to get to the playoffs this year. And right now, earlier they made me look good. Right now, they're not making me look good. Sam Darnold got benched. I don't expect him to respond well. Taking Atlanta. Now we got Buffalo at home against Miami. They give him 14. Now Buffalo has been covering a lot of these big spreads this year because their offense is so explosive. One of those big spreads this year was against Miami in Miami, and they won 35-0. 35-0. You know, and now they're in Buffalo. They beat the shit out of Miami last year with a crazy score. They beat the shit out of Miami earlier this year with a crazy score. Now, coming off of 10 days of preparation, losing to Tennessee, I like Buffalo to cover that 14. Now we got Frisco. San Fran against San Fran coming to Chicago. Two of the rookie quarterbacks. One will play, one will not. One's on the bench. The problem is even the starter for San Francisco is having his issues as expected. This is around the time of the season that people thought Trey Lance might take his job. This is around that time, and Jimmy G used to be someone you could count on. They can still win with Jimmy G. That's not looking like the case anymore. They're 2-4. And the problem is they still have a great front, and they're going against Justin Fields, who doesn't seem to be able to read pressure very well. One of the knocks on him at Ohio State is that he got sacked a lot. Well, you're seeing that now in the NFL manifest itself because he does not read pressure well at all. And I know there's going to be pushback on this. One of the things Matt Nagy was saying, he's not ready. And when I looked at that Tampa game, he did not look like a quarterback that's ready to start in the National Football League. He didn't. When I think about the pressure they were able to send to him, but then when I think about Chicago's defense at home, going against Jimmy G, I don't like that prospect either. I see a very, very low-scoring ball game. I'm going to give the edge to San Fran, basically because Jimmy G needs this, because if he loses this, he loses his job. I like San Fran in a close one. Now we got Pittsburgh Steelers, who worked their way back to 3-3. Cleveland Warriors dropped down to 4-3. Cleveland's at home, giving 3.5. Who's going to start? Baker, Case Keenum. Either or, I just think this team has the template that they can beat the Steelers. I don't think it's a question of who's going to start at quarterback. It's a question of how good the defense is going to play. If the defense is going to play the way it did in the last game, then they're going to beat the crap out of the Steelers. But if you're not the defense that's giving up 30 and 40 points in these shootouts, it's a whole different ballgame. I expect the defense to play well because Pittsburgh has a hard time running the football. no matter who starts for Cleveland, I think Cleveland wins this game. I'm taking the Browns. Then you have Philadelphia Eagles, have the Lions. Nick Sirianni, I don't know what the hell he was talking about. We're building up manure, and manure needs to flower growing, and there's a whole lot of manure. We can still smell the manure, and also, I don't know what. Shit is shit. Right now, they're a shit football team. I mean, you watch that press conference, and you're like, hold on, y'all got rid of Doug Peterson for this guy? Doug Peterson won a Super Bowl. Y'all got rid of him for this guy? Oh man, like why? Why? Two first-year coaches, Nick Sirianni and Dan Campbell. Even though he has 2 wins, I'm liking Dan Campbell a hell of a lot more. Their team is playing hard. Detroit's home, and I think Detroit's going to get their first win in the season. I like the Lions. Now we had a good AFC South matchup. We got the Tennessee Titans coming on the road against the Indianapolis Colts. Tennessee's riding high with 2 good wins this past week, beating up on Buffalo, beating up on KC against real good football teams, and they go against the division rival Colts, who they riding high as well. Carson Wentz is playing good football. My thing is Tennessee's defense has actually been playing decent. I don't think as a unit they're really that good, but they're playing well at the moment. Can they continue this? Because, like I said, Carson Wentz is playing good ball. I expect him to play good ball in this game. I expect Indy to respectfully limit Derrick Henry. I don't expect Derrick Henry to have a 150, 180, 190, 200 ball game. I expect him to have 90 to 100, 85 to 100. But most of it is going to be on Tannehill, which is more than capable. But the way Tennessee's rolling, I'm going to roll with Tennessee on this one. I'm taking the Titans. Then we have the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati Bengals coming to New York, playing the Jets, backup quarterback. Cincinnati's rolling after what they did to Baltimore. Now they come to the Jets. You think they won't cover 10.5? Watch them. Take the Bengals. Now you got the Rams. Ooh, the Rams going to Houston, giving 15.5. Houston's played well, especially when teams are giving up these kind of big spreads against them. They played well. They played tough. End of the day, covering now. The Rams are going to win this football game. Go with the Rams. You got the Patriots in LA to play the Chargers. Now, last year, the Patriots came to LA to play the Chargers with Justin Herbert, and they put foot to ass. That was with Cam. Now you got Mac Jones, some receivers, and a much better offense. I don't think it's going to be the ass whooping that happened last year, but I expect to see a damn good football game and the Patriots still win. I'm taking the win on. We got Seattle at home against Jacksonville. Seattle's lost 2 close games back to back with Geno Smith as a quarterback. Does not matter. I just not sold on Seattle. You see how many flaws Russell Wilson covered up with his play. You know, Legion of Boom is gone, but that defense is terrible. Then you got Jacksonville finally got their first win. I believe they're coming off a bye as well. Let's see where Urban Meyer does with this extra prep time. I'll take Seattle, give them 3.5. Urban, you still got to prove it to me. I'll take Seattle. Then you got 2 average to bad teams. Washington going all the way to Denver. Denver was riding high, 3-0. Defense look good. All of a sudden, defense don't look good. They don't look so good. You know, Washington's defense got a great front four. That's about it. I think Von Miller is injured. Somebody's got to win this sorry-ass ball game, though. Taylor Heineke. They this season on Taylor Heineke. Yeah, Von Miller is questionable. Von Miller is questionable. Von Miller is questionable, but I still have more faith in them than I have in Washington. Washington offensively, I have zero faith in. Heineken may make some plays with his legs, but I have zero faith in. Then we have the Tampa Bay Bucks, who are rolling, going on the road to play New Orleans. Now, New Orleans is a team that whooped up on them a couple of times last year, but come playoff time, things got different. Now, the thinking a lot of people have is, okay, still the same team. What happens when you play against a quarterback that has an arm that can challenge you downfield? You can't just jump on routes the way they did Drew Brees. Okay. Now you have Jameis, who's playing good ball. They're 4-2, and they're home. Bucks have a whole lot of injuries. Tony Brown's out, Lavonte Davis out, Gronk is out. But they still have so many plethora of weapons. The thing is, New Orleans can get pressure with 4. They can get pressure with 4. I think New Orleans can make this a game. I don't trust Jameis to win it, but I think they can make this game. I'm still going with Tampa. So we got Dak Sunday night coming to Minnesota. I don't know what to make of it. I expect Dak to play, so I'm operating under the spectrum that Dak is going to play. I don't think Minnesota's defense is what it used to be. I don't think it is what it used to be. They have so much talent, and they still have a lot of that talent there. But I don't know, some reason to me, I can't put my finger on it. All the talent they had, the defense was not as dominant as you thought it would have should have been when you think of how many Pro Bowl caliber players they had in each position. So now you got Dallas and they're juggernaut on offense. What they'll do, because Dak is injured, they'll just run the ball more. And Minnesota has given up yards on the ground this year. They have given up yards on the ground this year. I like the Cowboys. Minnesota's given 3, but I like the Cowboys. Then we have my Giants. Monday night, prime time, playing Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. After Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs got their ass kicked against Tennessee, you know they're going to want to get back. This is a get-back game for them. Question is, get Daniel Jones in the offense, make it competitive against that sorry-ass Kansas City defense. I think they can. You have enough weapons. The offensive line's been playing decent. It's not like KC developed so much of a great pass rush. You can make it competitive. You really can. I expect Patrick Mahomes to be Patrick Mahomes, and they'll walk away still with a win now. Those are my picks. It's your boy Urban Sports Guru. I'm out. Salute.